The following is a presentation of Lions Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lions Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig house, Monac for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away. Well, Horsky with the reception and hauled down by Janko. Looks to throw, comes back across. They set up the screen to Ruffin. Ruffin room to run. There goes Ruffin running wild into his own man. See you later. 75 yards. Rivalry renewed from the sandy surface of James Weir Stadium. It's a battle at the beach here on a September evening, final Friday night of September, and it's an absolute beauty for these two vicious rivals. Tudor, as looking for their third straight win in the series, is Thomas Jefferson. Last year, a stomping of the Leopards at home for the Jaguars, 42-14. As they have won the last two, including the last time these two teams met here at Belle Vernon, 24-19. Belle Vernon would go on to win the district title that year. Last win for Belle Vernon in 2022 was a 21-7 victory for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Quinton Martin had a punt return touchdown in that game, and Alonzo Wade sealed the deal with a game-sealing interception for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. TJ 4-1, Belle Vernon 1-3, but it is probably the worst Thomas Jefferson has felt about themselves with a 4-1 start, even though they were coming off a 35-14 victory over West Mifflin. I said it last week after the game, there was more questions than answers given to Coach Bill Chirpak in his 31st season at the helm of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. As you know, Tyler Eber, not the numbers you would expect from the bell cow running back, but the big difference this year, Tyler Eber wasn't getting touched till 2-3 yards past the line of scrimmage last year. Well, Tyler Eber's getting hit in the backfield on every play and still earning positive yards consistently on the season for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, as Tyler Eber, through the first two games, averaged 169 yards, 6.89 yards per carry. The second two games, the win over McKeesport, the loss to Avonworth, just 106 total yards, 50.3 per game and 2.94. He found himself in the middle last week, 138 on the ground, but just 4 yards per carry for Tyler Eber, as they did struggle to stop the run last week, did Thomas Jefferson with Armand Hill, and it was 3 special teams blunders that really helped propel Thomas Jefferson to the victory against West Mifflin. It was a loss at South Fayette last week for Belle Vernon, as Belle Vernon, Curdy Wade just played on the offensive side of the ball. He got injured against McKeesport on the opening series of half number 2, so Curdy had to just be relegated to quarterbacking duties last week. Scott Breyer, first taste of this rivalry as the head coach of Belle Vernon. And Coach Chirpak, of course, he is well ready for another matchup with the Belle Vernon Leopards and hoping to get some answers here today to start Big Six conference play. And it's two teams, they've been known to have very talented offensive lines in years past, but both teams have struggled on the offensive and defensive line this year. David Berkstead, of course, going to be a big player to look at in the middle for the Belle Vernon area Leopards with trying to stop Tyler Eber, but the question is, who wins the game in the trenches, the game within the game? Who wins the special teams battle? Who wins the penalty battle? And who's going to come out with a 1-0 record inside a Big Six conference play? 20-5 since 2003 are the Jaguars against the Leopards, but Belle Vernon, of course, had that run where they went for 2 district and 2 state titles, and those are the years they took care of business against Thomas Jefferson. 2022, 21-7. 2021, they beat TJ in the semifinals and the regular season that year. But at Belle Vernon, at the beach, TJ is 8-2 here at James Weir Stadium, and some reinforcements for Coach Chirpak's Jaguars. As, of course, last week, no Kane Egerton. He's still out today, the standout linebacker. But they do reinsert their starting fullback and defensive lineman in Deacon Cambaris, and also their middle linebacker in Emmett Forte, as those are 2 big pieces back for Thomas Jefferson. And, of course, Tyler Eber in the backfield, dotting the I all evening long. But I was down there pregame, and I'll tell you, no love lost between these 2 combatants, as they were just running the field, just getting out there and chirping back and forth, both sides having to have the last word. Both sides fired up, both sides ready to go. And these are who we're looking at here tonight on the Thomas Jefferson side. For the visitors, it's Don Volumino with your Lions Heart Media player to watch for the Jaguars. Don Volumino, he'll play on both sides, and look for him to get off the edge and wreak some havoc and make life miserable to Curdy Wade, trying to conceal Curdy Wade here tonight, and also an option on the offensive, a bit of a safety blanket for Harrison Coling and Jeffrey Rabel. On the other side, it is the starting quarterback for the Belle Vernon Leopards. We're looking at Curdy Wade as your player to watch for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Curdy Wade on the season, 170 rushing yards, 393 passing yards, 5 total touchdowns. But Wade has to protect the football tonight, as Curdy Wade will have to do a good job winning the turnover battle for Belle Vernon. Curdy's put the ball on the ground 4 times this season. He's lost it just once. He's also been picked off a pair of times. Belle Vernon only has multiple score games once this year. That was against Central Valley, a game that Belle Vernon was victorious in. But that was it. 7 against Aliquippa, 7 last week against South Fayette. And Belle Vernon also 7 against the McKeesport Tigers. The Jaguars won the toss. They did defer, so Belle Vernon will get the ball to start the game. We'll step aside, we'll take a break, we'll come back, and it will be rivalry renewed. The Leopards, the Jaguars, once more here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith, because they believe God works through people. focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Back from the beach, and two of the best specialists in the game will face off as well here tonight. Sam Wessel, the all-conference keeper for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars and standout place kicker for TJ, and Preston Rathway, the future Division I kicker, at least it so appears for Preston Rathway, as two talented kickers will go at it today. Belle Vernon back deep to receive. Chase Petrosky near side. Far side for the Leopards is going to be Caleb Horner. Sam Wessel has it teed up. Foot meets leather, rivalry renewed as Horner into the end zone. Touchback as Sam Wessel, his 15th touchback of the season, and it's 1st and 10, Belle Vernon from their own 20-yard line to start. Again, Thomas Jefferson did win the toss. They deferred to half number 2. Curdy Wade and the offense out to start. We did mention Deacon Camberis is supposed to be back tonight for the Jaguars, but he's not out to start. Volumino and Patterson on the edge. Those two both had sacks last week. It is Brennan Folds in the middle with the likes of Dylan Bisak, Villa, Forte, Alleman, and, of course, the likes of Eli Ferry. Curdy Wade in the pistol. Back is Petrosky. Wade fakes it. Play action. Roll out. Villa pressuring. Pass into David Berkstead. Up over the 25. Shy of the 30 at the 28-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play action. Roll out to start for Curdy Wade and the Belle Vernon offense. 2nd down and 2. 11:35 rolling clock here as the Leopards break the huddle. Ethan Barron leads the troops to the line. H-back left Janko, sidecar left Berkstead. The deep back is Petrosky as Chase cuts it near side and chopped down by the likes of Forte after he picks up the line to gain. 1st down, Belle Vernon, and the Leps move the chains here on the opening drive. Seeing Jeffrey Rabel out on the back end as well for Thomas Jefferson. Haven't seen Rabel out defensively much this season. 3rd time I've seen the Jaguars as Costa will come near side to cover Horner. Everybody else bunched in tight. Wade gets the snap, hand off Petrosky right side over the 30, powers forward to the 34 as a gain of 4. They'll mark it back to a gain of 3, but positive yards for the Leopards on 1st down, and it's 2nd down and 7. And Jeffrey Rabel starting at safety, and you imagine with that being the case, won't be seeing him at quarterback maybe as much. We only saw him out there for 1 series last week. He'd been splitting time with Harrison Coling, the sophomore. Again, Curdy Wade, 393 through the air, 170 on the ground, yet to take off today. Hand off Petrosky, swallowed up by Patterson, and finishing him off is Eli Ferry. As a loss on 2nd down, make it 3rd and 9. As Belle Vernon goes backwards. Third down and 9. 9:48 clock rolling. Camberis subbing in on that defensive front. A lot of speed on the edge with Volumino and Patterson. Again, 3 sacks combined last week in the win versus West Mifflin. As Wade checking the sideline. Twin receiver set for the first time. Wade rolls out right side. Curdy on the run at the sticks. Comeback route on time. Anthony DeCenzo moves the chains on 3rd and 9. Give him 11. Or make it 10, but nonetheless. Second first down of the opening drive for Belle Vernon. And right now they're keeping the ball away from Tyler Eber and the TJ offense. Confusion between Janko and Wade. Cam's still confused out there. Belle Vernon down to 12 on the play clock, and they're going to have to burn an early timeout here as there was confusion right from the get-go with Cam Janko, the standout junior. So timeout, Leopards will step aside for a quick 30, come back. More action right here on MVI Live.
Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
Back at the beach after the Belle Vernon timeout. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Leopards. As confusion with Cam Janko and Curdy Wade. DeCenzo near side, in the middle, Nick Mahalko. Sidecar right, that's Petrosky on the sweep action. Petrosky gets the edge, bounces outside 50, 45, forced out of bounds by Jeffrey Rabel. As he crosses up over the midfield stripe to move the chains. Gain of 15 for Petrosky. So the timeout moves the chains for Belle Vernon out of the break, and Belle Vernon into TJ Real Estate, and Coach Turpek does not look all too pleased on the near side 40-yard line. DeCenzo Mahalko, receivers near side, H-back left, Janko. Hand off Petrosky, up the gut again. As Belle Vernon right into the Powell, leading the charge. Deacon Camberis and Lucas Patterson, no gain on first down. 2nd and 10 for the Belle Vernon offense. Clock ticking inside of 8:45 in this opening quarter, and TJ's yet to touch the ball. And again, looking a little better up front is the Jaguars, but the thing is, Belle Vernon's still getting a positive push, and that's something TJ struggled with so far this season. They've contained Wade, who hasn't tried to take off yet. 4 receiver set. There goes Wade trying to take off, and right on cue, off the edge, it's Lucas Patterson. With the initial contact, Dylan Beesock finishes him off. A loss of 2 on 2nd down, and it's 3rd down and 12. As Belle Vernon behind the chains here. See how Coach Breyer operates in this one. 3rd down and long. Rathway absolutely a weapon in this real estate. But the question is, do you try to pick this up in 2 downs, or do you play to go for the sticks here on 3rd and 12? As Wade, quick hitter near side, Nick Mahalko. Mahalko up over the 40, and it will be decision time down to the 38-yard line. Nick Mahalko's first reception of the game brings up 4th down and about 4. Nick Mahalko will be our B Graphics halftime interview today. And a timeout going to be called here once again. I believe a timeout here taken by the Jaguars. So both teams have used a timeout. And it's going to be 4th and 4 for the Leopards. But as I said, after Nick made that catch, Nick and I sat down, chatted yesterday before the TJ Belle Vernon volleyball game. Very fun interview with Nick Mahalko. Actually, I got the privilege of getting to know this summer, playing some hockey with Nick. Nick also a hockey player for the Ringgold Rams team who will start their season next week. We'll see TJ take the ice on Monday versus Fox Chapel on the opening night of PIHL play. So you can join me for that one from the Ice Castle. Plethora of Thomas Jefferson games on the network this year during the hockey season. Always looking forward to the hockey campaign. As 4th down and 4, DeCenzo and Mahalko right side, H-back right. That's in the form of Janko. And jumping is Patterson and Camberis. The juniors jump. Hard count by Curdy Wade. Moves the chains for the green and gold. So Belle Vernon gets the first down off the TJ penalty as the Leopards inside the 35 at the 33. DeCenzo far side, Mahalko near side. One back look to the right of Wade. That's going to be Petrosky. Has handoff chase, bounces right side, tripped up by Villa, finished off by Volamino and Forte as he'll stutter forward for 1 on first down, 2nd and 9. And after that penalty, now Belle Vernon on the edge of field goal range, or at least the attempting range of Preston Rathway, who's hit a school record 49-yarder in the win versus Central Valley this year. We sat down with Preston earlier this season. 4 receiver set, Janko the back, Mahalko near side with Petrosky, twin receivers up top, Wade. Play action, throw out, there goes Horner. Horner off the screen, give him 9 on 2nd down. He'll move the chains right down the field. The Leopards on the march. They've taken 5.5 minutes off the clock. 5 first downs on this opening drive. And Belle Vernon controlling the pace, controlling the contest so far. Offense on the field, that's one way to neutralize Tyler Eber. You keep him on the sideline for over 6 minutes. Well in field goal range for Rathway now. Trips near side, Horner. Luca Galani and Mahalko. Petrosky the back on 1st and 10. Wade looks to throw. Out to Luca Galani, cuts inside, 15, 10, 5, forced out of bounds by Zach Villa. Touchdown saving tackle by Villa as they knock him out at the 5. As there was a flag around the near side 19. And that one looks like it's gonna negate the big pickup by Luca Galani, so holding against the Leps. It was from the 19-yard line, so it's not going to be 1st and 20. Should be 1st down and 17 for Belle Vernon. Instead of 1st and goal, ball back at the 30-yard line, so a hold will negate the Belle Vernon first down. Wade in the pistol, double H back left and right. Near side, Janko, far side, Berkstead, quick throw out into space to Senzo. Give him 8 on 1st down, back to the initial line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Good job by Wade and Belle Vernon, not trying to do too much. Quickly to the line of the Leopards. Mahalko, lone receiver. Wade, handoff. Petrosky bounces it outside. Great patience by Petrosky. Quick tackling on the outside. Nate Costa got there to bring him down. And it's going to be 3rd down for the Leopards after the short game by Petrosky. Give him 3 on 2nd down. 3rd down and 7. And again, you're going to go for the sticks here, not 4-down territory, you'd imagine, for Belle Vernon, like it was last time by. Well in Preston Rathway's field goal range. He's hit just once this year in 1 attempt. That was from 49 yards out. Horner, the receiver, far side. Lone receiver in the set.
Tight end Baravecchio, twin H-backs near side in Berkstead and Janko. As handoff goes, no, held on to by Wade, and right into the waning arms of Eli Ferry. It's a loss on 3rd down of 2, and it's going to be 4th down and 9 for the Leopards. As trotting out is Preston Rathway. So Rathway with Shawley as the holder. From 37 yards away. Shuera sends it back. Shawley puts it down. Rathway's kick is up, and the kick by Rathway is good. And the Belle Vernon Leopards get on the board to start the game, taking well over half the first quarter off the clock. 3:52 to be exact remains here in the opening quarter of play as Belle Vernon marches down to the TJ 21-yard line. They cap it off with points. A 37-yard field goal by Preston Rathway. 8 minutes and 8 seconds on the drive. That goes 59 yards for the Leopards. Again, just what the doctor ordered to start for Belle Vernon Leopards. 8 minutes and 8 seconds. TJ has not touched the ball in this opening drive, and Preston Rathway caps it off with 3. 3 back deep to receive. Costa, Eber in the middle, near side beat coat. As Rathway, who broke the goose egg, off the board. As Preston Rathway, foot meets ball. Back it goes towards Tyler Eber and over his head into the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Eber, 118 carries through 5 games this year. 585 and 12 touchdowns. He's hit the century mark 3 times this season. And Tyler Eber and TJ will head to work, as it's always or when it comes to the starting quarterbacks for Coach Cherpak. And it is going to be Harrison Coling, which again, we were pretty certain about. Coach Cherpak normally doesn't play his quarterback both sides, and Rabel back at safety. So Harrison Coling, 26 of 49, 349 through the air, 3 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Eber dotting the I in the middle. It's Folds as Eber gets the call right into the arms of Cameron Janko. Give him 3 on first down as Janko was waiting in the wings to give a big old hug to Tyler Eber. Clock rolls inside of 3.5 as Dusac out, Beatcoat and Costa in at receiver. Again, no Kane Egerton. He had a monumental 4th down catch that got TJ the win, or helped get them the win against McKeesport. As Coling looks to throw, coming near side, Beatcoat over his head. In coverage was Anthony DeCenzo on the outside, as DeCenzo maybe a little handsy getting away with one there, and it's 3rd down and 7. Yeah, not your Jaguars of old. Leps trying to snap a 2-game losing streak against TJ. They have a 3-0 lead. 3:17 remaining here in the opening quarter. 3-0 Leopards lead. Beatcoat and Costa far side. The older Coling brother Jackson near side. Eber sidecar right. Beatcoat motion left to right across the formation. Harrison looks to throw. Near side over the head of Beatcoat into the sideline. Incomplete. And all out of sorts early on is the Thomas Jefferson offense. There was a flag on the play, so hold everything for the time being. And it looks like it will indeed be against Thomas Jefferson. So 3 and out and a punt coming for Wessel. Chase Petrosky will head back right side. Sam Wessel on to punt. as Wessel drills it up to the 45. Petrosky lost the ball. He'll hop back on it. Almost an absolute mess for Belle Vernon. Petrosky will jump on the ball, though, at the 48-yard line. And with a 3-0 lead, Belle Vernon gets the ball back. A TJ drive lasting just 40 seconds. 30-yard boot by Sam Wessel. So TJ goes 8 minutes and 8 seconds on their opening drive. Belle Vernon goes 8 minutes and 8 seconds on their opening drive. TJ, 40. Belle Vernon from their own 48-yard line will start drive number 2 of the night. Going to move the clock down to 2:58. Did not move on that punt. So 2:58 remaining in the opening quarter. 3-0 Leopards lead. Drive number 2 of the night for Belle Vernon. Wade in the gun. Janko, DeCenzo, and Mahalko. Bottom to top on the far side. As Petrosky bounces, finds the hole, powers towards the 50, wrapped up by Don Volumino. Eli Ferry comes in, finishes him off. 1 yard gain on first down. 2nd down and 9 now here for the Belle Vernon Leopards on drive number 2 of the night. First one went 8 minutes, 8 seconds, covered 59 yards. Capped off with a 3 off the toe of Preston Rathway. Clock ticking here, rolling inside of 2:20. 4 receiver set, Cam Janko the back, this time by flanking Curdy Wade to his left. Wade, pressure off the edge, steps up, floats one down. Petrosky got it at the 20. Inside the 20, stumbling out of bounds at the 17. 34-yard pitch and catch. Way to Petrosky. And Belle Vernon in business once again. A lot of people counting Belle Vernon out before this game was even played. I've been telling people all week, getting ready for it, seeing both teams, don't be surprised if this is much closer than you may think. And Belle Vernon looking to take a 2-score advantage. Petrosky up the gut as Petrosky shy of the 15 down to the 16-yard line. Zach Villa in on the stop. Standout linebacker for the Jaguars as Zach Villa on the season. 6.6 tackles per game, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, 2 hurries, and 1 forced fumble and fumble recovery. Mahalko near side, twin receivers in Galani and Horner up top. Wade looks to pass. Wade fires, end zone. Galani reaches with 1 as Luca can't haul it in. Nate Costa in coverage for the Jaguars. And it's going to be 3rd down and 9 now for Belle Vernon. 1 minute remaining here. As a shaken up Jaguar, it looks like Nate Costa on the far side. So they 10-8. We'll take a break right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Costa helped off the field. 3rd down and 9 for Belle Vernon.
And Leps in field goal range once again for Preston Rathway, but they don't want to settle for field goals. Would love to make this a two-possession game. Pistol look. Petrosky the back, twin receiver set. Wade looks to throw, has a man. DeCenzo at the 10. Spun down at the point of contact on the outside. That's Elijah Fant. Needed 9, he got 8. And Belle Vernon going to go for it on 4th and 1. So 4th and 1, Wade, handoff, Petrosky right side. It's going to be all spot. Both sides pushing. He went right into a wall of Jaguars. Chase Petrosky needed 1. He did not get it. The front stiffens. B-Stock along with the likes of Cam Barris clogging the middle.
Jefferson from their own 8-yard line.
Drive stalls at the 8. As up the gut, no room to work, but Eber, even with little room, moves it up over the 10, out to the 13-yard line. So that will do it. One chapter in the books. Belle Vernon, after one, they lead it 3-0. Could be more, but a big-time stop by the Jaguar defense keeps us at a 3-0 game. After one, right here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. 3-0 Leopards after one here on MVI Live. Alex Lyons with you as we get set to start the second chapter. Belle Vernon, if you're just joining us, went 8 minutes on their opening drive and found a 3 to take the advantage. 2nd and 5 to start the second half. TJ went 3 and out on their opening drive as Eber powers forward for 2 more on 2nd down. 3rd and 3 for Thomas Jefferson. Belle Vernon hooked up Petrosky from Wade for 34, but Belle Vernon stopped on 4th down and 1. Keeping it a 3-0 game. They were well in field goal range down at the 8-yard line for Preston Rathway, who already hit from 37 yards tonight, but decided to go for it as Eber dotting the I. Coling under center. Harrison Coling, handoff, Eber right over Berkstead as he powers forward. He needed 1 and got just that. First down of the game for Thomas Jefferson, and they use the legs of Tyler Eber. So 1st and 10, Thomas Jefferson, first time we've seen them this year not using the 2-quarterback system. It was Rabel who took the first 2 series of both halves against McKeesport. Rabel played the first series of the game last week. It's been all Harrison Coling, the sophomore, tonight, as jumping the gap and getting into the backfield. It's Caleb Horner meeting Eber as Tyler Eber, no gain there. Caleb Horner, USA ball hockey player as well. And we mentioned hockey because we'll be covering that again on Monday with Thomas Jefferson and the Jaguars hockey team as they get set to start their next season under Coach John Zeiler. Beat coach Jackson Coling out far side. Jackson's been his brother's favorite target as Eber the deep back here. Coling gets the snap, looks to pass, has time, pressure comes, wide open, Dom Volumino running wild to the 45, hauled out at the 50-yard line by Berkstead, but Dom Volumino, 30 on the dot. Volumino offered to play at Seton Hill and Lehigh. Missed time last year with an injury and makes a big-time 30-yard catch there. So Coling to Volumino. 1st and 10, Thomas Jefferson. 2 receiver set, double tight end look. Eber the back, he gets the call again. Tripped up immediately by Berkstead. And that's what I was talking about at the beginning of this game. Tyler Eber's getting hit in the backfield a lot, but Tyler Eber turns 2-yard losses into 2-yard gains consistently. Berkstead hit Eber at his own 48, and Eber somehow propelled his body forward to the Belle Vernon 48-yard line. Very well-spoken individual is Tyler Eber. I had the privilege of chatting with Tyler last week, and if you missed that one, go back and check out halftime of last week's contest when I did have Tyler Eber as our B-Graphics halftime interview. Reminder, it is Nick Mahalko of Belle Vernon tonight as our B-Graphics halftime interview. As handoff, Eber right side, room to run. Tyler inside the 25, and a flag comes in on the tackle as Tyler Eber doesn't need much, and he takes that for a monumental gain inside the 25, and more gonna come off the tackle. 24-yard run by Tyler Eber, and that flag's in the vicinity of a horse collar tackle, getting the back plate of Tyler Eber, but it's going to be a hold instead, so that negates 24 yards for Eber, but it still is going to be a Thomas Jefferson first down based off the spot of the hold. 9:06, clock stopped here in the second quarter. First down and 10 here for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. A drive that started at TJ's 8-yard line. Jackson Coling far side, Jarrett Beatcoat near side, twin tight ends. Coling brings his brother Jackson in motion. As Harrison, hand off, Eber breaks a tackle in the backfield as shooting the gap with Jackson Alexander. Eber picks up 3. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7 as Alexander quick to the point of the attack, but into the spin cycle Tyler Eber went. 2nd and 7, clock down inside of 9 with 8:45 remaining in the opening half. 3-0 Leopard lead. TJ trying to make it a clean sweep this week. The volleyball team swept away Belle Vernon last night. 2 receivers set. As they've went no fullback, which is rare for this TJ attack. Pitch out, Eber cuts it up the gut, spins again and spun down at the 25. They say ball down at the 26. So Eber going to be a yard shy of the line to gain. 3rd down and 1. And we've seen Coling a few times this year call his own number, including the game against McKeesport for the game-winning touchdown. Jarrett Beatcoat near side, I formation. Volumino and Patterson, the tight ends. Eber gets the call, and David Berkstead meets him in the backfield. A loss of 1 on 3rd and 1. David Berkstead shoots the gap, and Belle Vernon forces a 4th down decision. Fourth and 2. TJ will go. Belle Vernon was just stopped on a 4th and 1 of their own. Pitch out. Eber left side. No problem. Has the edge. 1st down and more. Spun out by Horner at the 15. Tyler Eber. He needed 2. But Eber worked it down to the 15-yard line. Give him 12. And Thomas Jefferson converts on 4th down. 3-0 Leps lead. Nearing the halfway mark of quarter number 2. Coling and Beco bringing the plays in from the sideline. Sam Wessel on the ear. 2 for 2 with a long of 39. If it does come down to that. Belle Vernon's front all out of sorts, but Barron introduces himself in the backfield as he knocks down Eber for a loss on 1st down. As Barron blew things up in the middle with the other D tackle not aligned. 6:50 rolling clock. Patterson out, the fullback, Folds comes in. Again, Deacon Cambert's the normal starting fullback. He's just playing defense, working back from an injury. Coling, play action, rollout, pressure coming, and down he goes! Cam Janko off the edge, the junior slams down Coling back at the 28. Loss of 12, Cameron Janko. And it's 3rd down and a country mile. Cam Janko taking care of business. 6 on the clock, 3rd down and 23 for Thomas Jefferson. B-code in motion. Play action rollout. Coling out of the backfield finds Eber at the 20. Eber going to be spun down by Curdy Wade there as it's still 4th down and very long. And that maybe makes it a possibility of an attempted field goal by Sam Wessel, but I don't see Wessel moving anywhere off the sideline. Well, here he comes. The all-section keeper, Sam Wessel. 4th and 16, ball on the 21. Should be about 37. So 37-yard field goal attempt by Wessel. We'll have to wait with 5:13 remaining. And Belle Vernon clapping, false start. So back it up. 4th and 21. So now Wessel will go from 43. It'll be a long on the season. Sam's hit from 39. Wessel, low liner, and it's deflected at the line. No good. And the Leopards maintain, but whistles first and just wait a minute. So roughing the snapper. 15 yards, automatic 1st down. So 1st down and 10 from the 13. And that could be a big turning point. TJ, after the Janko sack, looked like they were just hoping to tie it up. Eber the back, B-code in motion. Coling will look to pass. Deep drop, Janko pressuring, sets up the screen, Dom Volamino. Volamino knocked down with a flag at the 5-yard line. So more laundry on the field. As this one against the Jaguars will negate the screen pass to Dom Volamino. So anything but clean tonight on both sides. Third penalty on TJ, 2 on Belle Vernon. 4:51 first or half action. It's going to be 1st and 14 after the penalty. 3-0 Leopards lead. Three-0 lead for the Leps. Coling drop back, floats it, fade over Beatcoat, Luca Galani. As Galani in coverage on the near side, Luca stride for stride with Beatcoat. Second down, 14 to go for Thomas Jefferson. And TJ with a roughing the snapper penalty on Belle Vernon. Got new life on this drive. Number 2 of the game for the Jaguars. A drive that started back at the Belle Vernon 8-yard line. Belle Vernon has not touched the football in this second quarter. 4:24 remaining, just like TJ barely got a touch in the first. Trips up top. One near side receiver, Eber the back. Coling goes to Eber as they empty the box, and Eber into the end zone. Touchdown TJ. Tyler Eber from 17. They spread it out, 4 receivers. Belle Vernon couldn't stack the box, and Eber gets a payday. Number 13 on the season for Tyler Eber. And the penalty does come back to bite the Leps. 4:19 remaining in this opening half as Wessel finishes it off with the PAT, and Thomas Jefferson goes the distance. They take a 7-3 lead. A drive that covers 92 yards. Eight minutes, 11 seconds on the drive. Ended with a Tyler Eber touchdown run. TJ will get the ball to start half number 2. So Belle Vernon will try to figure it out here on their third drive of the night. They were stopped on 4th down last time by. Belle Vernon, though, they've had good drives both times. They started at their own 20, went to the TJ 21, down to the TJ 8 on their last drive. Near side Horner, far side Petrosky. A roughing the snapper on a Wessel field goal gave the Jaguars new life, and Tyler Eber right up the gut for his 13th rushing touchdown of the year as Wessel drills it. Touchback first time, touchback the second. 16 touchbacks on the season by the senior all-section goalkeeper Sam Wessel. Tough loss last night for Wessel and Thomas Jefferson to the Bethel Park Blackhawks. They have South Fayette next week. We'll see the TJ soccer team tentatively when they take on Ringgold later on this season. And Wessel, one of the best keepers you're going to see. But again, the offense changing it up for Thomas Jefferson. You know, you go the heavy formation, everyone in tight, and you try to throw out of that hoping to get Belle Vernon to stop stacking the box, but spread it 4 receivers out. Belle Vernon has to kind of spread everything out, and that gave Eber an open runway. Pressure shown by Villa. He'll come off the edge, sweep outside. Petrosky forced backwards. Jared Beatcoat. Loss of 1 on first down. Clock nearing 4 minutes remaining. 7-3 Jaguars lead. 4 minutes away from sitting down with Nick Mahalko of the Belle Vernon area Leopards in our B Graphics halftime interview, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. Jaguars lead the Leopards 7-3, looking to win their 21st since the 2003 season and win their 3rd in a row. as Mahalko and Petrosky near side to Senzo. Galani up top. Janko the back left side of Wade. Curdy, pressure coming. It's Volamino. Wade sets up, fires it, intercepted. Jeffrey Rabel rolling back the other way. Blown up on the far side. But Jeffrey Rabel comes with the first takeaway of the game. First game we've seen him at safety this year, and he makes an immediate impact. 20-yard return for Rabel. And Belle Vernon stalls immediately. So Thomas Jefferson, chance to increase the lead. 3:25 remaining. They get the ball at the Belle Vernon 19. And again, TJ will get the ball to start half number 2. As Eber bounces left side. Berkstead on the stop. But Eber starting to get some bigger and bigger holes to run through. As Belle Vernon got to get back to sealing the box. Again, right now, a back-breaking, changing play in this game was that penalty on David Berkstead. Belle Vernon had them stopped. They had a 3-0 lead. But TJ got in the end zone, ensuing drive. Rabel picking off Wade. Pitch out Eber. Eber gets a block from Folds. And Tyler powers forward to be a yard shy of the line to gain. 3rd down and 1. Ruskowski and David Berkstead stop Eber a yard shy. And if you're Coach Chirpak, you wonder how much you try to just milk the clock as well if you get this first down here. Make sure Belle Vernon doesn't get another touch and you get the ball to start 2 for none. Coling calls his own number. And Coling, calm, cool, collected, picks up the first down on 3rd and 1. Inside the 10 at the 9, first down and goal. And again, if Thomas Jefferson plays their cards correctly, maybe milk the clock down to 0 and take a two-score lead into the half. As Coling under center. Eber dotting the I. They pitch it out to Eber. Eber gets the edge. Volamino with a block in the back as Eber punished shy of the line to gain. As quick tackling by Belle Vernon, but Volamino, a big shove in the back of the Belle Vernons. David Berkstead and Caleb Horner in pursuit of Tyler Eber. So that negates the 8-yard run and another penalty in this contest. Yeah, told you, was down on the field and did something I don't normally do pregame. Obviously, I have a lot to do to get ready to get on the air, and normally business as usual. But I went down on the field and just stood there, good 10, 15 minutes, and just listened and observed how much hate there still is between these two programs. Doesn't matter how up you are or how down you are, this game means the world on both sides. And again, they were trash talking at their finest to start. Everyone had to get the last word in. I formation, 3-receiver set. Coling looks to throw. Harrison end zone, his brother Jackson overthrown, but there's a reason why. He was held up at the 5 by DeCenzo. As Jackson, he was knocked down not once but twice last week at the 1-inch line. Was looking for a payday there for the first time this season was Jackson Coling. He has 9 receptions on the year as a penalty on DeCenzo. And it's 1st and 10, or 1st and goal, for the Jaguars once again. 1:43 on the game clock in the opening half. Belle Vernon's first drive went 8 minutes and 8 seconds, capped off with a 37-yard field goal. Off the foot of Preston Rathway. TJ would go 3 and out. Belle Vernon was stopped on 4th down on the ensuing drive at the TJ 8. Jaguars would go 92 yards in 8 minutes and 11 seconds. With some help from a Belle Vernon penalty on special teams, TJ was able to take the lead. The Rabel interception has set this up. First and goal from the 8. Pitch out Eber. Eber cuts it back inside 10. Gang tackling by the Leopards. First contact once again, David Berkstead. The man Scott Breyer calls the heart of his defense. Was the first one there. Domit in to finish him off. Second and goal now from the 7. 1 yard gain for Eber. Clock rolling down towards the 1 minute mark at 1:15. Beacoat near side, Jackson Coling far side. Heavy set with Eber the deep back. Coling will look to throw, looks at his brother's direction. Instead, tight end middle, Volamino knocked away by Caleb Horner in coverage. So Volamino trying to find that soft spot in the Belle Vernon defense, but Caleb Horner, the multi-sport standout, says no. 59.7 ticks of the clock remaining. Third down and goal from the 7. 7-3 Jaguar lead. TJ will get the ball to start half number 2 and a timeout called before this third down play. As Thomas Jefferson wants to talk it over. While they do that, we'll take a break right here on MVI Live.
Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
Third and goal for Thomas Jefferson, all set up thanks to Jeffrey Rabel. Jeffrey Rabel, do whatever the team needs. He was splitting time with Harrison Coling at quarterback. Hadn't been playing defense in at least the games we covered this season. Well, he's out there starting at safety. Has not seen a snap under center. And he's made a monumental impact in this game with an interception. And now third down and goal, all set up by that Rabel INT. Coling and Beacoat the receivers. Harrison looks to throw. Looking at Beacoat, can adjust. In coverage, DeCenzo got away, maybe with a little hand fighting. And it's fourth down and goal. Here comes Sam Wessel. So last time Wessel came out, there was a false start, backed him up 5 yards. Then maybe a deflection or just a bad kick by Wessel. And eventually a penalty on Berkstead. From 24 yards away, kick by Wessel is up. The kick by Wessel is no good. He missed it right. And Sam Wessel's first field goal miss of the season. Belle Vernon holds as Wessel can't convert. Turnover on downs. So out of the INT, TJ comes away with nada. Wide right goes the boot of Wessel. And Belle Vernon, 2 timeouts in their pocket. Start this drive at the 20 after the Wessel miss. How aggressive will Coach Breyer be with Thomas Jefferson getting the ball to start? Wade through an INT on the last sequence. Wouldn't be surprised if the first play is a handoff to Petrosky, which dictates how the rest of this goes. Fumbled snap. Now Curdy will look to call his own number. Slides down at the 16-yard line. And Belle Vernon, they will have to at least run one more play, as Wade will go to the sideline, as that was bad from the start for Belle Vernon. 7-3 Jaguars lead. It's been a true cat fight tonight. The big cat battle between the Leopards and the Jaguars. 7-3 TJ and Belle Vernon, both with 8-minute scoring drives. The difference is TJ capped it off with 7. 10 seconds remaining. Belle Vernon has to get one more snap away before the break. Do they go for it? Wade, handoff, Petrosky up the middle, breaks a tackle, Chase Petrosky, one man to beat. He goes by Rabel, breaks another, B-Coat inside, hauls him down at the 19 with no time remaining. Rabel slowed him down just enough, and B-Coat finished him off to finish the half. Rabel running wild down to the 20-yard line. Jeffrey Rabel slowed Petrosky down enough, and B-Coat finished him off. And Belle Vernon and TJ go to the break in a one-possession game. 61 yards on the final play as Petrosky was caught down by Rabel and finished off by B-Coat. We'll come back. B-Graphics halftime interview right here on MVI Live as we sat down with Nick Mahalko of the Leopards. And we'll have that for you when we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Belle Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best. Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
here, halftime on MVI Live. It's our B Graphics halftime interview with Nick Mahalko of the Belle Vernon area Leopards. First off, Nick, really appreciate you coming out and doing this with me.
Appreciate you for inviting me out here.
Well, you know, line mate in the summer at hockey, so I figure it's only fitting to get you for the halftime interview. But, you know, bringing up hockey right away, obviously football not your only sport.
Correct.
Also a Ringgold-Ram hockey player. So let's start there. How do those two, you know, kind of coexist and help you on the ice from football and on football from the ice?
Well, one, it's very difficult to play both, you know, balance both. You know, football season kind of bleeds over into a little bit of hockey late October, early November. But the Ringgold coach does understand that when I show up, I'm fully committed. And, hockey is stamina, legs. You know, you work hard for hockey for 45 seconds, and that really does help in any other sport. You know, I run track. I do the long and triple jump. So it does help with the legs and explosiveness and stuff like that. And then with football, of course, I mean, football is a full-body sport. I mean, every muscle has to be maximized to what you can do. So, I mean, I think they really both benefit each other in a way.
You know, and obviously with hockey, a lot of quick movements, quick, you know, change of direction. Well, you, a standout wide receiver for Belle Vernon, you know, obviously those movements coexist out there, you know, whether a hard cut on the ice versus a hard cut to try to get into some open space for your quarterback, Curdy Wade.
Right. It's become reactionary. You know, I mean, I've been playing hockey for going on 11 years and football 8 years. So at this point, my body's just really muscle memory trained to do what I need it to do in situations like that.
So obviously a rich history for you guys with Belle Vernon. Now in your senior season, and for a different monster than 3A, but obviously for you want to finish your high school career the right way. And we saw you, you know, early on this year have a monumental game against Central Valley. What was that game like for you?
Well, it was. I feel like it was a relief. You know, I worked so hard. I mean, freshman year, you get here, right? You're always told to leave the program better than you found it. And it's pretty hard to leave it better when you win 2 state championships. So we really went into every game this year thinking we got to improve from last year. How can we step up from last year? How can we just do better than last year, you know, leave it in better hands? But, yeah, like I said, it was a relief. Freshman year, not playing a lot of receiver, more defense. Sophomore year, the same thing. And junior year, I mean, I did what I could with the people in front of me. You know, there's very good athletes in front of me. And, you know, Coach Frogner, my wide receivers coach, said you're going to have a standout game. You know, let us know who you are, find your identity. And I ended up finding it that game.
So, you know, for you, you talked about it, a lot of talent that has come before you playing the same position you have. And you've seen the field since your freshman year, really, out on that defensive back position. You've been a staple there, now a staple on the offensive side of things. But how much were you able to learn from that great talent that was in front of you in those first few years, and now that you are the go-to guy on the outside?
Right. I think it starts with attitude. You know, every year or every day, I would say, from freshman to sophomore year, the people in front of me, even last year, great attitude showing up to practice. They wanted to get better. They wanted to win. And I think it really does bleed over to the underclassmen and to kids below you and kids like me. Like, I was like, I need to come here, improve every day, and see what I could do better to help my team win.
So, Nick, for you, obviously, we talked about that talent leaving. How do you become that leader on and off the field here in this Belle Vernon program? Do not just push yourself and your team to be better, but help the underclassmen learn the standard of what Belle Vernon football is?
Right. I feel I'm a leader by example. I don't say too much. I'm a funny guy. I joke around a lot, actually, probably way too much. But, you know, when I'm serious, I think the underclassmen understand what I'm trying to get across to them. And like I said, it started with that senior class my sophomore year. You know, Braden Locks, Adam LeCart, Tanner Moody, just great leaders. Not by, verbal. I mean, they just did what they needed to do, and it really just shows, yeah, I need to do that. Like, that's me next year.
So, for you, Nick, coming into your senior season, obviously you probably have the team goals. You want to win. You want to make the playoffs, and, as you said, leave this program the best you can. Are there any other personal goals or just goals in general that you're hoping to get out of this last ride with Belle Vernon on the football field?
I think it's beating TJ. For me, I think it's beating TJ, and I think it's winning a playoff game. You know, they're both team stats because I just want to see us win. I mean, it felt so good freshman and sophomore year when we did win stuff. But, I mean, it felt good from the bench. Like, freshman and sophomore year, it's hard to get that playing time. I want to experience what it feels like to put in that work and really come out with a win, a meaningful win.
So for you, once kind of your time here at Belle Vernon with football, track, and Ringwood hockey comes to an end, what's kind of the next step? What's the next plan, at least as of now, or is there one right now?
As of now, I do plan on attending St. Vincent. They did say I could play hockey and football there, so those are my goals. But no, I'm just along for the ride. I'm trying to live out my last couple years as like a high school kid and just have fun with it. So I think really any opportunities I get to do anything, I'll take at this point.
So, Nick, for you, you said hockey came first.
Yep.
Then it was football. So how did you get your start in both of those sports, and what drew you to add football to it after you already got started in hockey?
Right. So born in Pittsburgh, lived here till I was 5. So hockey was always a big thing, the Penguins, when I was little. And both my parents are in the military, so we were stationed in Oklahoma. And, down in the Midwest, football is a big thing. So my dad was like, you should try football. So I was already playing hockey, went out for football. And ever since then, I mean, the sports are just fun, and it's fun to play sports, but it's so fun to be with your friends every day. I mean, practice, it does suck every once in a while. You'll have to run, you'll get yelled at, but I mean, it's with your best friends. So what is there to complain about, really?
So for you talked about military family. How did that help shape who you are today as not just an athlete, but a person as well?
A lot of adversity, moving from house to house a lot, especially in Oklahoma, just around Oklahoma, Tulsa, Midwest City, stuff like that. I mean, it's just pick up and go. You kind of leave where you left off in a way. So my parents always just said stay positive, and put your faith in Jesus, and it'll be okay. Smile through everything. And Coach Stieber, my defensive backs coach, said that life's too short to be miserable. So, you pick up, you move, or you're losing a game, just be happy you're there. Like, be happy you get to experience it.
Yeah, Coach Stieber, always a positive guy, was one of my high school teachers, so know him very well. Yeah. And obviously, as I mentioned when we started, I've had the privilege of getting to play hockey with you this summer, and it's clear as day how positive, how jovial you are as a guy, that you just, you want to have fun. You want to enjoy life to the fullest and staying positive even, when things aren't the best. So obviously, we kind of joked around this summer that it was just weird that you had to play with the guy you're used to listening to.
Exactly.
You feel you should
I didn't even notice. Yeah, I mean, I was sitting on the bench, and Zach Wade was like, yeah, it's Alex Lyons. And I was like, I have no idea who that is. And you started talking, and I was like, I know the voice. I don't know where it's from. And he was like, it's the MVI guy. And I was like, oh, my goodness. And now hearing it, like, next to me is like, wow, like, it's almost, like, surreal.
Well, you weren't able to go back and watch our hockey games this summer, but you can go back and watch this after the TJ game. So
I will be able to.
You'll get to hear that voice once again, like you feel like you should have after every single hockey game we played. But, from a military background with your family, I like to ask this question a lot of the times, and I haven't got to ask it too much this year. I asked Tyler Eber it last week, and I'm going to ask you it as well, because it's something that was near and dear to my heart when I was an athlete. Is, the last thing you normally hear before you take the field is the national anthem.
It is.
It is, in my opinion, I always said, the greatest pump-up song of all time. It just gets you going. It's clean head. And let's go to battle with my brother. So, Connor, what's your thoughts on the national anthem before you go to war with your family?
I think it sets the tone. I think it's a calming, you collect your thoughts, you gather your breath, but after those final lyrics and those final words, I mean, it's go time. It really is the best pump-up song if you think about it. It's the calm before the storm, what I would say.
So, Nick, one final question before I let you go. And, again, really appreciate you doing this for me.
Anytime.
But obviously you've become a staple here in the Belle Vernon athletic program. What is maybe something that this Belle Vernon community doesn't know about you?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I think it's that I'm funny. I think a lot of people see me on the field, catching the football, or even on the rink. And on the rink, I act a lot harder than I am. I'm hitting people, I'm talking smack, but I'm a nice guy, and I like to have a fun time always. You know, like Coach Siva said, I live happy as much as I can, right? So I think that's something everyone should know about me is if you're around me, you're going to be positive because I love to laugh. I love to smile.
And listen, I've got to be on the bench with this young man during hockey games. He is an absolutely phenomenal trash talker. One of my favorite parts of playing hockey with Nick this summer, just the lightness he kept and, always keeping positive. And, hey, we'll get to see Nick on the ice this season. PIHL games coming up, and we will get to cover at least one Ringgold Rams game. Sadly, Black Bear is not allowing us into the ice gardens, Nick. But, hey, we'll get you at least once this year on the Network for Hockey as well.
Thank you.
But, Nick Mahalko, your B Graphics halftime interview comeback. It's going to be half number 2 between Mahalko and the Leps and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail store, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
Located in Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com. Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
Back here, halftime, 7-3. The Jaguars lead. They will get the football to start the second half when we get there, and we'll tell you how we've got to where we're at. But before we do that, I want to give a big thank you again to Nick Mahalko for taking time out of his day yesterday to sit down, have a conversation with me, and let you guys learn a little bit more about Nick Mahalko, who has one catch today for 8 yards. Belle Vernon started the scoring as they held the ball for the opening 8 minutes and 8 seconds of the game and went 59 yards as Wade converted a 3rd and 9 to DeCenzo for 10. 15-yard run by Petrosky. They would face a 4th and 4, but an encroachment would give them a first down before Preston Rathway would hit from 37 to put the Leopards on the board 3-0. TJ's first drive, it would last all of 40 seconds. They'd go 3 and out, and a 30-yard pump by Sam Wessel would give Belle Vernon the ball with 2:58 remaining in the opening quarter. From the Leopard 48, they would march it down to the TJ 8. On 4th and 1, Petrosky up the gut. The D-line of Camberis, Bisak, Volumino, and Patterson all stiffen and stop Petrosky short for no gain. Turnover on downs with 30 seconds left in that opening quarter of play. And Thomas Jefferson would capitalize. A drive that would take 8 minutes and 11 seconds and go 92 yards. Big play of 30 yards, calling to Volumino. On 3rd and 1, though, TJ was behind, looking to convert, and David Berkstead slammed him down for a loss on the play. On 4th and 2, though, they would hand it off to Eber. He needed 2, got 12, picked up the first down. That's where things would go downhill for TJ. Cam Janko, a sack for a loss of 12, and eventually Thomas Jefferson was staring down the likes of a 37-yard game-tying field goal. But then there was a flag. False start on the Jaguars, and that would back it up to 43 yards. Wessel just didn't come out right. Low liner wobbler, but hold everything. Roughing the snapper was the call on Berkstead and Belle Vernon. 15 yards and an automatic first down. Thomas Jefferson would spread out 4 wide receivers as most of that drive was in the heavy set. And Eber would shoot right up the gut and find a payday for the 13th time this season on the ground and cap off the 92-yard drive with 7 for the Jaguars. Again, an 8-minute, 11-second drive. 2 plays later, it was Jeffrey Rabel. Again, he was splitting time at quarterback this year, and Jeffrey Rabel, now the starting safety on this squad. He is a big reason this game is where it's at. Rabel would pick off Curdy Wade, return it 20 yards down to the Belle Vernon 19. But the Leopard defense would stiffen at their own 7, and Sam Wessel would miss his first field goal of the night from 20 yards wide right. After a negative play on first down, Belle Vernon would go backwards to the 16-yard line, and Belle Vernon said, all right, we're just going to hand it off on the final play. And with no time left, Chase Petrosky shot the gap through the left side. One man to beat down the sideline. Well, that was Jeffrey Rabel. Rabel did not get him, but got a hand on him. And Jeff Rabel slowed him down just enough for the trailing corner and Jeffrey Beacoat to come on and finish him off at the 20-yard line after Petrosky went 61 yards and almost gave Belle Vernon the lead to start the half, but that was not the case. Jeffrey Rabel just enough of Petrosky to slow him down. Some numbers for you in that opening half for Belle Vernon. Curdy Wade, 8 for 10 for 88, an interception, -7 yards on 3 carries. 3 receptions for 25 for DeCenzo, 1 for 8 by Berkstead, 1 for 8 by Mahalko, and 1 for 3 by Galani. And Petrosky, 1 reception, 37 yards, 12 carries, 88 yards. On the other side, Tyler Eber, he's ran it 15 times for 76 and a score. Also 1 reception for 7 yards, Cooling 3 of 7 for 43. 2 big passes to Volumino for 36. And of course, Jeffrey Rabel, that INT. Berkstead has been brilliant in the middle for Belle Vernon on that defense. The heart and soul of their defenses came to play tonight. And it's a dogfight, or I should say a cat fight, at the end of one half of play, as half 2 will be upon us when we come back here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. It's a rivalry night in September, and it has not disappointed. We'll be back right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Really hurt. Like, he's banged up pretty bad, the amount of hits he's taken this year. He has a kick return for a touchdown this year. Well, sorry about that. Clicked on the wrong ad spot, so instead of a full ad spot, you got the brief back end of my conversation about Tyler Eber maybe being a little banged up just from all the hits he's taken this year. I mean, no surprise how many times he runs the rock in a game. He's back deep to receive. Tyler Eber, 13 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving, and 1 kick return touchdown. And again, we mentioned this at the beginning of the broadcast. TJ will get the ball to start here in half number 2. But Belle Vernon only has 1 game this season where they've scored more than once, and that was against Central Valley. Touchdown in every other game, that was all. Had a chance for 2 field goals tonight. Did not settle, went for it on 4th down and was stopped short. Eber in the middle. It's been touchback after touchback after touchback, which is a rarity in high school, but that's what we have tonight. And TJ from their own 20 will take over to start the second half. Quarter number 3 upon us. Both teams have 8+ minute drives that have resulted in their scores. Thomas Jefferson possessed the ball for all of 40 seconds in that opening quarter. Belle Vernon, it was much of the same in the second. All Harrison Cooling. Brennan folds in the middle, Eber dotting the I. In motion goes Jackson, the older Cooling brother. Harrison, handoff. Eber, big time hole. Tyler out to the 30. Hauled down by Horner after a gain of 11 for Tyler Eber. So Tyler Eber up to 87 yards for the Jaguar running back. Pitch out to the junior Eber. Eber looks for the edge. DeCenzo tries to chase him down, gets him from behind. Shy of the 40 at the 38. But right now, Thomas Jefferson, their offensive line, We saw it at the end in the latter stages of the opening half. Started to give Eber some more room to run. 2 carries for 18 yards for Eber to start the second half. Becote will bring the play in from the sideline. Second and 7, I formation. Eber the back once again. 3 in a row, and Tyler tripped up at the point of attack but falls forward as Berkstead got him at the line of scrimmage, but Eber able to fall forward for 4. "98 yards for Eber. Nate Costa checking back into the game, and that's good to see Nate back in there. Was shaken up on a pass defended early on Luca Galani. Jackson Coling in motion. Coling pitches out, almost on the deck. Eber hauls it in. He'll lose 1 on first down as Barron and Janko converge for the negative play. And that was almost disaster. Tyler Eber maybe saving a turnover. As Cam Janko's second TFL of the game for the junior. Starting to have some visits with Division I programs is the junior Cam Janko. Wade lines up with Becote near side. I formation once again. As Jackson, play action. Here's Harrison up top and overthrows Becote. He wants a flag, and Curdy Wade tells him it's incomplete. 3rd and 11 and a big-time play for the Belle Vernon defense. Couple reserves in on that D-line. Baravecchio joining in. It looks to be Domit. Third and 11. Belle Vernon's defense looking to hold from the gun. Pressure coming. They set up the screen to Eber, and David Berkstead meets him in the backfield. Once again, the Leopard linebacker showing off in his junior year. Loss of 2 on 3rd down, and it's 4th and 13 from the TJ 39 as Wessel drives it. Petrosky lets it go down to the 11. A beauty by Wessel. So Sam Wessel, a good boot. So Belle Vernon forces the punt on their first drive. 45 yards on the boot by Wessel. (9-10) third quarter. Belle Vernon with the ball from their own 11. Worst starting field position today for Belle Vernon. Wade in the gun, double H back left. Off the sweep, it's Petrosky. Last time he touched the ball, he was hauled down after a 61-yard gain as Alejandro Alleman along with Cam Barris in on the stop. Petrosky picks up 4. Second down and 6 after the 4-yard scamper. Pistol look, Wade has Petrosky, gives it to him right up the gut. Chase running loose. Jeffrey Rabel on the stop, but not before a gain of 7. And it's a first down for the Leopards.
Your attention, please. We have a water bottle for Katie out here in the press box. Katie, we found your water
Nearing the century mark is Chase Petrosky. Petrosky on the season at 87 yards all season long. A 100-yard gain tonight as Chase Petrosky up over the 30 to the 31. 7 more for Chase. So Chase Petrosky outran his season total in the opening half. A lot of that did come on the final play of 61 yards. But still, no matter what, even take that out, one of the best rushing games of the season for Chase Petrosky. Berkstead, Janko, left side. And a timeout called by Belle Vernon. Just like we saw the Leps take on their opening drive in half number 1. So Belle Vernon wants to talk things over briefly. While they do that, we'll do the same right here on MVI Live.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Belle Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best.
Out of the break, 2nd down and 2. Wade rolls out, pressure coming, fires it up, and it's hauled in! Nick Maholko diving to the sideline. And Nick Maholko, a standout play on 2nd and 2. Second grab of the game for Maholko. And the Leopards pick up a first down. Nick Maholko diving grab on the near side, and Belle Vernon, new set of downs here. And it was a 65-yard run by Petrosky at the end of the half. Wade fakes it there, and Dom Volamino once again making his presence known. Second and 14 after the Volamino TFL. Belle Vernon down 7-3 here. Third quarter, halfway home in the third. Leopards led 3-0 after 1. TJ, the lone touchdown of the game. Belle Vernon looking for their second game with multiple scores this season. And a flag as Janko goes in motion with 6 even on the clock. And this looks like it's going to back Belle Vernon up even more. So take 5 more yards, make it 2nd down and 19 for the Belle Vernon Leopards after the false start penalty. So Leps back to their own 35-yard line. 2nd and 19, clock starts rolling once again. Ethan Barron leads the troops of the line. Maholko left side. Galani and Horner near side. Berkstead and Janko are double H-back. Well, that's one too many. And from 2nd and 14 to 2nd and 19, well, how about you make it 2nd down and 24? As backwards goes Belle Vernon once more. 5:36 here as Belle Vernon well behind the sticks. So Nick Mahalko makes the standout slide and grab. A TFL by Volamino, and back-to-back penalties has Belle Vernon back at their own 30-yard line. They have to get to the Thomas Jefferson 46. Galani and Horner near side. Mahalko left side. Petrosky the back on 2nd and 24. Wade looks to throw. Pressure coming. Has a man into the basket. Caleb Horner up over the 40. Hauled down by Forte at the 36. A dime by Curdy Wade to Caleb Horner to move the chains. 34-yard pitching catch. 1st and 10. Wade to throw again. Curdy wants it. Oh, Janko drops it at the 5. Cam can't believe it. So would-be touchdown for naught. 2nd down and 10. After Cam Janko couldn't haul it in. No receptions on the season for Cam. Would have been his first. He's already got a sack in this game, and a TFL was looking to add 6. Berkstead left side. Right side, Petrosky. Wade, handoff. Petrosky cuts back up the middle. Chase Petrosky, the hesitation. Give him 11. And a Leopard first down. So another first down for Belle Vernon. Runs a 4-7, 7, and 11 for Petrosky. So Belle Vernon on the march at the TJ 25. 4:44 rolling clock here in quarter number 3. Belle Vernon looking for their second lead of the game. Horner left side, lone receiver in the formation. Wade in the pistol at his own 30. Turns around, gives it back to Chase as he's going to be upended by Dom Volamino. Another TFL by Dom. So Dom Volamino, he's had a big night tonight defensively. Defense has played a huge part in this slugfest. 7-3, Berkstead. Rabel, Volamino, all wreaking havoc. Double H back, Berkstead, Janko. Wade sends Janko in motion. As Wade, play action, looking at Cam, he'll try again! Bobbles it in, complete! In coverage, Jeffrey Rabel may have got a hand on it as they were looking for Janko on the wheel route. I'm going to go back, take a look. I will let you know if it is indeed a pass defend by Jeffrey Rabel. Looked like Rabel did indeed get a hand at the initial point. That was a perfectly executed wheel route. Rabel came across, and Rabel did indeed get a fingertip on that football, maybe affecting it just enough. One Cam's going to say he should have had, as Janko could have easily had his first touchdown of the season. Second opportunity in the game. Wade, quarterback draw, and Forte was waiting in the wings with some laundry on the near side 30. The question is, would TJ accept? And they will indeed. So instead of 4th down and 8, TJ will make it 3rd down and very long. And I think the reason you do that, you give up 4th down, but you also take out the possibility of 3 points off the toe of Preston Rathway. So instead of 4th and 8, you make it 3rd and 21, and you trust your defense, which has been great tonight. 3.5 on the clock. Everybody in tight. Whistle blows. Timeout, Jaguars, as TJ takes their first of the half. As Belle Vernon on the march, but a couple of penalties and big incompletions have stalled the drive. The question is, Can the Jaguars hold, or can the Leopards get the lead? We'll find out when we come back here on MVI Live.
Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
A drive that started at the Leopard 11 with 9:10 remaining in the half, or in the quarter now, 3:26 remaining. From the TJ 36, Wade up top, as draping over to Senzo was the defensive back, and the TJ sideline wants a foul. It was Nate Costa in coverage, and it's 4th down and 21. Belle Vernon going for a new record. "52-yard field goal attempt." The record's 49. Rathway has it. There is a man deep to receive. Bobbled snap. Rathway won't get it away. And Shawley blown up. Zach Villa right up the gut. And why that is so big, if Rathway misses it, the ball would have been at the 20-yard line. Bobbled snap, and Shawley gets crushed. That means TJ gets the ball around the midfield stripe. So TJ takes over at their own 44-yard line with 3:17 remaining in the third. Belle Vernon was on the march, but the drive stalls via the penalty. As Ebert, nowhere to go, give him 1. And that penalty proved to be relatively costly for 10. Obviously, Belle Vernon would have stared at a much closer field goal for Preston Rathway. They would attempt a 52-yarder, but never got it away. Would have loved to see Rathway get a foot into that one and at least give it a shot, but high snap and bobbled by Shawley. Preston never had an opportunity. He was good from 3 yards closer at Central Valley earlier this year, but it's a moot point now. Jaguars looking for a 2-score advantage. Coling floats it up top, and it's hauled in! Jared Beacote lays out at the 30. Beacote for 25, and a first down for the Jaguars. A diving catch by Jarrett Beacote. I formation, folds in the middle. Eber dots it. Hand off Eber. Met at the point of attack by guess who? David Berkstead. As Berkstead, he's in on what feels like every single tackle tonight for Belle Vernon. 2 yards there for Tyler Eber as we near the end of the third, as the quarter fading. TJ's held the Leps to 3, all came off the opening drive. TJ, though, just has 7 of their own. Coling, handoff, left side, Eber. Spin move, broke to the second level. Eber going to be close to a first down. Waning arms of Rezkowski on the stop, as Tyler Eber picks up 7. Third and 1 after a 7-yard run by Tyler Eber. Game clock at a minute here in the third. 20 seconds on the play clock. Dusak brings the play in from the huddle. Third down and a yard. Coling, will he call his own number? Harrison Coling. And movement on the right side. An early start by Lucas Patterson. 5 penalties on the Jaguars, and that one a costly 5 from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. So Folds and Patterson will come out. A couple more receivers in. Going to be a 3-receiver set with Beatcoat and Dusak near side. Jackson Coling far side. Volumino tight end left. And Eber the sidecar right of Harrison. Harrison Coling. Hand off, Eber powers forward, and guess who again? Berkstead at the point of attack, leading the charge. Joining in is Jace Jetico, and it's 4th down. Gain of 2 for Tyler. 4th and 4, and it's decision time after the quarter turns. No scoring in the third. 7-3, TJ leads. Decision time when we come back right here on MVI Live.
Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique.
3 chapters written, 1 left to be told. The outcome is very unclear as Belle Vernon in a battle with TJ. Rivalry is not disappointed at the beach. 7-3. TJ answered back from Belle Vernon's 8-minute drive that resulted in the first 3 points of the game. Leps led 3-0 after 1. TJ in the second. Tyler Eber found the end zone. Now it's 4th down and 4. Start of the 4th. Sam Wessel is on the sideline. 4th and 4 from the 24. Wessel's missed 1 today, so that's why I believe you're seeing the offense stay. Coling under center, 2 receiver, double tight end, heavy set. Coling looks to throw on 4th and 4. He looks for his brother. Did he get it? No, stripped away in the second level. Belle Vernon bats it away. It's Tater on the back end. Tater with the strip away from Coling. So Belle Vernon 11:55 remaining in this contest. They get the ball back from their own 24. First down and 10. 11:55. Curdy in the gun. 3 receivers, top of the formation. As Way looks to throw, bubble screen, Galani, Luca, Galani up to the 30, tripped up by the Jaguars, Jarrett Beatcoat. Going to be a gain of 4, maybe 5 on first down. Second down, they're going to give him 5, so 5 more to go. 11:30 rolling clock. Belle Vernon has not scored since the opening quarter. No points this half. Again, Leps have only scored multiple times in one game. That was their lone win against Central Valley. As both H-backs move across, as trying to bounce it outside, Petrosky will. Petrosky gets away from Beacoat, and he goes backwards though, loss of 3. And it's gonna be 3rd down. And 8 to go. Jared Beacoat in the backfield. Third down and 8, 11:01 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Anthony DeCenzo, right side, fan in coverage. Nick Mahalko near side. Janko and Berkstead, H-back right. Petrosky sidecar right. Fakes it, throws it out into the flat, wide open. DeCenzo, first down and much more. Cuts inside. DeCenzo down the far sideline. See you later. Touchdown, Belle Vernon. Anthony DeCenzo, 74 yards, and the Leopards out in front. On 3rd and 8, DeCenzo for 74. He turned on the Jets, and he put Belle Vernon out in front. 2nd time this season. Leps have struck twice. As Preston Rathway on for the PAT. 10:48 remaining. As Rathway's kick is up, and the kick by Rathway is good. Leopards lead. 3-point game in the 4th. 76-yard drive. Belle Vernon 10, TJ 7. One minute, 7 seconds. On 3rd and 8, Anthony DeCenzo was hit in the flat, turned on the afterburners after shimmying and shaking away from Jeffrey Rabel. He's had a big game tonight, but it was DeCenzo. Put the foot in the ground, made the man miss, and the Belle Vernon offense on the board for the first time since the 1st. Leopards, it could have been disastrous on the high snap when Shawley got hit, but the defense stood. Ian Tater stripped away the pass intended for Cooling. And then Belle Vernon goes the distance. Anthony DeCenzo. Eber in the middle. Forte far side. Near side Beacoat. Rathway on to kick. It's been all touchbacks tonight. Leopards 10, TJ 7. Right here on MVI Live, looking for the upset at the beach. Rathway drills it. No chance of a return here. And Thomas Jefferson backs against the wall. They came back on their final drive against McKeesport to win it. It was Kane Egerton, a 4th down reception, and a calm, cool, and collected 1-yard touchdown run by the sophomore. In Harrison Cooling, it was ended with a pick 6 to put a little salt in the Tiger wound. McKeesport with Keemon Spellback tonight. They've been dominant over the Hampton Talbots. It's been anything but dominant for Thomas Jefferson. As into a big old dog pile goes Eber. No gain on the play. Berkstead right there. And Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Conclusion of this one. 2nd down and 10. Twin receivers near side. TJ got a Man left wide open now. Horner will go out in coverage. Coling looks to throw. Looking at B-Code. Draped over him was Caleb Horner. And there comes the flag as Horner all over B-Code. He's had absolute pressure in his face all night long. And that time draws the flag on the senior Horner. The Belle Vernon faithful down below are letting their displeasure be known. TJ faithful on the far side. 15-yard pass interference call. 10:03 remaining in the fourth. The question is, does Coach Chirpak trust Wessel if they get in range? Wessel had one shanked that was saved thanks to a penalty and missed a 24-yarder. Eber, left side, it is a three-point game as Eber right into the waning arms, Anthony DeCenzo, and he's telling the TJ sideline a little something after. 2 yards for Tyler Eber. Second and 8, 9.5 on the game clock. 10-7. Leps out in front. Tater will line up with Dusack far side. B-Coat near side. Folds in the middle. Eber play action. Coling going across. Comeback. B-Coat incomplete. In and out of the hands. Curtis Wade in coverage. Third down, 8 yards to go. Leopards defense looking to stiffen one more time. It was on a 3rd and 8. Belle Vernon hit for 74. Andy Rose lines up near side. First time we've seen Rose tonight. Dusack far side with B-Coat. Yeah, more receivers in without Kane Egerton out with an injury. As looking to throw, Coling across the middle, wide open. Dom Volumino into Leopard real estate. Down to the 47 as Dom Volumino picks up 16 more. Eleven first downs for Thomas Jefferson and Dom Volumino. Our Lions Heart Media player to watch for the Jaguars. Multiple TFLs and over 40 receiving yards. Might be up over 50 with that last one. I formation. Coling looks to throw. Has Volumino. Instead dumps it off and Eber unable to haul it in. DeCenzo once again. This Belle Vernon defense has been relentless tonight. Second down and 10. 8:34. Fourth quarter. Leopards by a trio. TJ has won the last two. Last Belle Vernon win at the beach in 2021. As guess who? Eber meets Berkstead. We've said that like a broken record all night long. Tyler gets a pair. Jude Manitti joins the cause as well. Third down and 8. Folds out Andy Rose. And Dusack, and obviously we want to send our thoughts and prayers to Andy's mom, Rose. That's right, you heard me correctly, battling cancer. We got to meet her last week in the TJ press box. So hope she's getting a chance to watch her son play out here tonight. As whistle blows, Coach Chirpak absolutely livid. Penultimate timeout of the game for the Jaguars. We'll step aside as well. Right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. It's MVI Live.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
Heads up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Out of the break, third down, 8 yards to go. As Coling in the gun on 3rd and 8. Flips it around, finds a man, and it's enough for the first down as he finds Carson Dusak shy of the 35 at the 36. As Dusak calls it in. First catch of the season for the seniors, a big one. 12 first downs for the Jaguars. First and 10 from the 36, 7:20 remaining. And TJ just one timeout left in this game. Belle Vernon has a pair. Coling under center. In motion across left to right goes Carson Dusak. Hand off Eber right side. Janko there. As Cam Janko stops Eber after a pair on first down. Second down and 8 after Eber goes right tackle. 10-7, Belle Vernon leads off a 74-yard touchdown run. Sitting on the trainer's table is Jackson Coling. He's been there since that incompletion on the last sequence, or the last drive that was stripped away by Tater. That's been Harrison's favorite target. You imagine a lot of growing up playing pitch and catch between the brothers. As Harrison drops back, has B coach streaking incomplete. He had a step on Caleb Horner, but could not haul it in. And it's third down and 8 for the Jaguars. Second, third, and 8. Last time they went to Volumino for 17. As Leps will take their penultimate timeout of the game. Leopards by 3, 6:21 on the game clock. Nothing decided. Rivalry renewed, and Belle Vernon and TJ have put on a dandy. And if the Leopards win, that's going to send Big Six conference standings into a tizzy, as everyone thought TJ coming in was top dog. But right now, the Leopards trying to say this conference is wide open this year. Char Valley revived this season. That's not going to be easy. Ringgold much better this season than they've been in years past. They're taking on Trinity, and last time I checked, it was 21-14. The Hillers were up in front. TJ doesn't get easy next week, or easier, especially at the quarterback position. Jonah Williamson and Trinity on the road next week. Tentatively a pair of football games on the network for us. It's Darien EF and Shadyside Academy taking on South Allegheny on Saturday, both on the slate. But unfinished business. Elijah Fant first snap it wide out here this contest. He's in the slot. Coling play action to Forte. Fires it out to Eber, incomplete. They were trying to get Eber into space, and it's 4th and 8 for Thomas Jefferson. So 4th down and 8, offense gonna stay. .6:17 remaining. Ball lies on the 34. Eber sidecar left. 3 receivers set. In the gun, Harrison Coling. Coling drops back. Eber in pass protect. Wobbler intercepted almost, but it does not matter. DeCenzo frustrated, he didn't grab it, but it's a turnover on downs. And Belle Vernon gets the ball back with 6:11 left. As a shaken up Leopard down to our left is not anything of serious note. As DeCenzo appears to be cramping up here. So Thomas Jefferson started at their own 20, went down to the Belle Vernon 34, and on 4th and 8, unable to get anything going. And you look at TJ probably trying to just make it a more manageable 4th down with a little screen pass to Eber. If you pick it up, great. But now you're going to have to rely on your defense, who last time out was gashed for a 74-yard pitch and catch for a touchdown. There's been some holes in the TJ secondary here in this game, and Belle Vernon just has been unable to capitalize. We've seen multiple times Cam Janko have an opportunity for 6, just could not get it to go. Now TJ's defense needs to stiffen. Wade in the pistol, 1st and 10. Hand off, Petrosky breaks a tackle in the backfield into the arms of Airy. As Petrosky could have lost a couple, instead gains about 4 on 1st down. Second and 6, 5:50 rolling clock. Remember, Thomas Jefferson can only stop the clock one more time in this ball game. 3-point Leopard lead, 5:40 remaining. Mahalko lines out right. Galani near side, pistol look with Petrosky the back. Janko motions. Wade low snap, gets it off Petrosky, and Patterson gets the face mask, and the flag flies. Galani was tangled up near side, but you could see the head pull immediately on the helmet of Chase Petrosky. So 1st and 10, Belle Vernon off a face mask. 6 penalties against Thomas Jefferson. None bigger than that one right now. 5:10, clock stopped at the moment. 3-point Leopard lead. Wade in the gun. Just one receiver set. Seen a lot of sweeps with Petrosky out of this formation. Curdy letting the clock tick down to 4:45 with 15 seconds on the play clock. As clock management becoming name of the game maybe for Belle Vernon, with TJ just one timeout remaining. Petrosky hits the right side. Chase Petrosky stumbles down but picks up the 1st down out to the 35-yard line. But Laundry on the field. So from 1st and 10 to 1st and very long, depending on the spot of the hold. It's going to be 1st and 19 for the Leopards. 4:24. Thomas Jefferson. They are running out of time and just one timeout remaining. 8 penalties on Belle Vernon. 4 receiver set. Cam Janko the back. He'll flank Wade to his left. And more flags flying on the Leopard side of things with 4:05 remaining. This should back up Belle Vernon even more, as give them 5 more on the false start. 1st and 24, 4:05 remaining. Thomas Jefferson will have an opportunity to get decent field position, but we haven't seen home run hitting offense from the Jaguars this year. Clock rolling, more time ticks away. TJ, again, out of timeouts. They will not have a lot of time to work, even if they force Belle Vernon to cop it up in the next 3. Wade takes the clock down to 3:43. Quarterback draw, lost the football. Villa was there. Did he get it? He did indeed. Zach Villa with the takeaway. Villa, Johnny on the spot. The junior with the fumble recovery. His second fumble recovery of the season. On 1st and 24. Wade puts it on the ground for the 5th time this season. Second one he's lost. .338 remaining. Three-point game from the Belle Vernon 43. 3:37 on the clock. Zach Villa. Right place, right time. And Thomas Jefferson takes over. Elijah Fant near side. Dusack in the slot. Again, no Jackson Coling. Carson Dusack in motion. Just one timeout remaining, and Tyler Eber spin cycle into the first down range as he hits the second level and picks up 11. So Tyler Eber picks up the first down and now on the edge of Wessel range. One more first down, you have a great chance to tie. One timeout left for Thomas Jefferson. One timeout left for Belle Vernon. Eber swallowed up off the edge. Cameron Janko. Give him 1. Second down and 9. .248 rolling clock. 4 quarters might solve nothing tonight. 3 receivers set. There goes B-Code in motion. Coling fakes it, looks to pass. Up top he goes, overthrows his man. He was looking in the vicinity of Elijah Fant. Running stride for stride on the left side for the Leopards. Appeared to be Tater. 3rd and 9. Decision time for Coach Chirpak, how you want to play it. Obviously, 4 down real estate. Well, the question is, do you try to make it a manageable 4th down or you go for the lead marker right here? Again, you're missing so many crucial pieces of this offense at wide receiver. And Thomas Jefferson has to use their final timeout. Again, things you don't see with Thomas Jefferson football. Losing the battle at the line of scrimmage. Costly, unforced penalties. And unnecessary timeouts taken. Thomas Jefferson, I don't think, have taken a timeout tonight that wasn't because of a formation issue. Maybe one before a 4th down. But a lot of the timeouts have been based off of formation issues. Jaguars were already banged up coming in. They lost Jackson Coling, their leading receiver. Another Jaguar down with ice on his shoulder as well. Didn't see who that was. Egerton was already out for this ball game. So that means you've seen Fant, Rose, Dusack take a lot more snaps at wide receiver, joining B-Coat. Coling in the gun. 3rd and 9. Coling looks to pass. Has time. Harrison floats it up wide open. Touchdown TJ Dom Volumino from 31 yards out. Volumino, have yourself a day. TJ pushes ahead. Dom Volumino on 3rd and 9 into the end zone for the Jaguar touchdown. As Wessel drills it. 4-point TJ lead. Haymaker thrown. The Jaguars take the fumble. And they go 43 yards and find Paydirt with 2:19 remaining. Now Belle Vernon in similar situation. Down, back against the wall. Who's gonna step up? 14-10. TJ leads it. Dom Volumino. Defense, offense, the man has done it all today. Coling, he's lost his wide receivers. Injuries have plagued the TJ offense, but it's the big tight end with a couple of offers from Seton and Lehigh. Maybe more to come, especially after tonight's performance. We've seen him get to the quarterback. We've seen him in the backfield greeting Petrosky. And now we've seen him in the end zone with the game on the line on 3rd and 9. He was left alone and no problem for Volumino. It's been touchbacks all night. Does Wessel do it again? Or will Petrosky or Horner get a chance to return? Petrosky's taken one back this year. They go towards Horner and they go into the end zone. Leopards, 2:19 from their own 20 with one timeout remaining. Lep scored on an 8-minute drive to start the game. 37-yard field goal by Preston Rathway. Then TJ would march it down, or Belle Vernon would march it down to the TJ8. Stopped on 4th and 1. 92-yard, 8-minute drive the other way. Eber would make it 7-all. Beacoat would save a touchdown with help from Rabel to end the half. As a flag flies before the initial play. 2 turnovers in this game, both by the Leopards. 1 interception by Wade, 1 fumble by Wade. So Belle Vernon gets a free 5 yards before we get going. First and 5 for the Leps. They found Paydirt on a 74-yard pitch and catch. Wade to DeCenzo. Wade near side, Mahalko out to the 30, make it the 29. Stood up immediately by Beacoat as it's going to be 2nd down and 1. Dom Volumino on 3rd and 9 at the other way, and after the Wade fumble, 31-yard reception. Leps 1 timeout. TJ out of timeouts. It's win or go home. For the Belle Vernon Leopards, they're taking their sweet old time. No field goal to tie, touchdown to win. As it's a 4-point lead, Wade running, pressure coming, fires it up, intercepted! Emmett Forte, what do you say? 3rd turnover of the night as Forte back in a big way, and TJ will escape the beach with a rocky win. Forte calls game. 1 timeout remaining, but it will not matter. It was a brawl all night long.
The beach battle will belong to the Jaguars. And TJ will hand the Leopards their third straight loss for the second straight season. After not losing 3 in a row since 2014, the Leopards will do it in back-to-back years as they will have to look to bounce back next week at Char Valley in what will be a huge ball game. Victory formation, barring any exchange errors between Sable and Coling. This one's in the books, and it will be 3 in a row for the Jaguars. Leps will take their final timeout. 3 turnovers in this game. Jeffrey Rabel was monumental defensively in this game. Started the season as the starting quarterback, moved to DB, and he's been brilliant there tonight in a big way. Weiser Painting Company player of the game coming up soon. And it takes no genius to pick that one out, but I'll let you wait in short expense for that one. Who will it be? As we will step aside at the end of this game, come back and give you that information after we hear from our friends at Weiser Painting Company. As TJ, 2 more knees of Coling, and they will win their 5th game of the year going into Trinity next week. Coling gets the exchange, step back, knee down. One more time, and that will do it tonight. But again, Jaguars not leaving without more casualties. Jackson Coling with an injury. We saw another Jaguar shaken up in this ball game. Costa dealing with an injury, as he's the man without his shoulder pads on the near side. Starting wide receiver in replacement already, and defensive back Nate Costa. So 2 more injuries to Costa and Coling, but Thomas Jefferson escapes with the win. They will take a delay of game penalty instead of snapping the ball. That means the clock's going to sit at 38.5 seconds. Down to the final minute. This game in jeopardy. TJ back against the walls with no timeouts remaining, and it was Dom Volumino finding his way into the end zone. Offensive, defensive, standout performance for Volumino as knee meets ground. And Harrison Coling, his first full game as the starter, and they come back to knock off the Leopards. 14-10, the Jaguars win it in an absolute thriller. And that's, I'm sure, not that friendly of a handshake line back the other way as TJ and Belle Vernon. It did not disappoint tonight. Both teams had the opportunity. Both teams took their shot in the final 5 minutes, but it was Thomas Jefferson off 3 Leopard turnovers that seals the victory here tonight. 14-10, your final score. 3 losses in a row for the Leopards. Make it a 5th win on the year for the Jaguars. 14-10, your final score. Weiser Painting Company player of the game. We come back here on MVI Live. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. 14-10, your final in an absolute thriller. The Jaguars win it, led by Weiser Painting Company player of the game, Dom Volumino. As Dom Volumino, a dominating performance tonight. A sack, a couple of TFLs, and a game-winning touchdown for the big
tight end and defensive end, Dom Volamino, as Volamino helps TJ to a 14-10 victory here tonight over Belle Vernon, as the Leps were costed by 3 turnovers. As they had the lead, they had the football late, but a fumble got the Jaguars the win here tonight. Again, wasn't pretty, wasn't easy, but TJ takes out Belle Vernon by 4. Leopards got on the board first. Opening drive of the game on 3rd and 9. Wade found Asenzo for a first down, then a 15-yard run by Petrosky would set up eventually a 4th and 4 where Belle Vernon would get a first down off a TJ encroachment. Jaguars would, though, stall out the Leopard drive, leading to a 37-yard try and field goal by Preston Rathway. That put the Belle Vernon Leopards up by 3. An 8-minute, 8-second opening drive that covered 59 yards and got the Leopards into the end zone. After a 50-second or 40-second 3-and-out, Belle Vernon would get the ball at their own 48. Wade would go to Petrosky for 34. But on 4th down and 1 from the TJ 8, it was the defensive line holding Petrosky to none. And Thomas Jefferson would take over at their own 8-yard line. And it was an interesting drive at that. It would cover 92 yards in 8 minutes and 11 seconds. 30 yards Coling would go to Volamino. And on 3rd and 1, though, it was David Berkstead with the stop of Eber. But a 4th and 2 going forward, it was Tyler Eber picking up 12, picking up the line to gain. But Cam Janko on the ensuing play would send down the quarterback Coling and eventually lead to a 37-yard field goal attempt by Wessel. But there was a flag. False start on TJ before the try. Back him up 5 yards, make it 43. And a roughing the snapping penalty after the miss by Wessel would give TJ new life and lead to a 17-yard touchdown run by Eber. Ensuing drive, Jeffrey Rabel would pick off Curdy Wade after a 20-yard return. Sam Wessel would eventually try from 24 yards out, would miss it wide right. And Thomas Jefferson looked like they were content taking a 7-3 lead in the half, but almost did not. As Belle Vernon, a negative play on the first play of the ensuing drive. They got the ball with just 53 seconds left. And on the final play, Petrosky took it left side. Rabel was the last line of defense. He got by him, but just got a hand on him. As Jeffrey Rabel slowed him down enough and into the waning arms of B-Coat coming across the field to save a touchdown at the 20. TJ would be unable to convert on their first drive as they would move it 19 yards, and eventually a 45-yard punt by Wessel would give Belle Vernon the ball at their own 11. And TJ would look to keep the lead, and Belle Vernon almost got back on the board. As a 13-yard pitch and catch, Wade to Mahalko, but then Dom Volamino would pick up the sack before Wade would go to Horner, a dart for 34. Janko would drop a ball at the 5-yard line on an absolute dime by Wade off the face mask, incomplete. After another Volamino TFL, it was the wheel route once again, looking in the direction of Janko. Off the fingertips of Rabel and off the hands of Janko, incomplete, leading to a 52-yard attempt for Rathway. High snap, and it was bobbled by Shawley, and Zach Villa got into the backfield, slamming down the holder in Shawley. So no attempt for Rathway, and TJ would take over with 3:17 remaining in the third. They would work it down to the Belle Vernon 24-yard line after a phenomenal diving catch by Beco. But on 4th and 4, Coling would look for his brother as Harrison would put it in the breadbasket for Jackson, but Tater would strip it away, forcing the turnover on downs. Belle Vernon from 3rd and 8 on their own 26-yard line. It was DeCenzo turning on the afterburners and turning it upfield into the end zone. 74-yard pitch and catch for the Leopard touchdown, and Belle Vernon would take the lead with 10:48 remaining. Thomas Jefferson unable to convert on their ensuing drive. After a 17-yard conversion on 3rd and 18 to Volamino, 4th and 8. It was unable to go at it as it was knocked away by Anthony DeCenzo. Turnover on downs. Leps would take over. 6:11 remaining. TJ would have just one timeout left as Belle Vernon, before the drive could get going, would go backwards. A plethora of penalties. And it was 1st and 24, quarterback draw by Wade, who would put it on the deck as Curdy Wade would cough it up right into the arms of Zachary Villa, and Thomas Jefferson would take over on the Belle Vernon 43. 3:36 or 7 remaining in the game, and on 3rd down and 9, from the 31-yard line, it was cooling to Volamino for 31 yards and the Thomas Jefferson lead. And Belle Vernon would end it off another interception as Wade would turn it over. Emmett Forte didn't play last week, comes away with the takeaway, and TJ comes away with the win as they knock off Belle Vernon. Leps have lost their last 3. TJ now 5-1. At Trinity next week, Belle Vernon. At Char Valley, now 1-4. 0-1 of the Leps in Big 6 conference play. Thomas Jefferson to 1-0. An absolute thriller. 21st meeting for the Jaguars since 2003. And the 3rd in a row for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars against the Belle Vernon Leopards. TJ gets away by an inch over Belle Vernon here tonight. On behalf of everyone here at MVI Live, I'm Alex Lyons saying thanks for tuning in to this absolute thriller on a Friday night. We'll see you next time right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.